Okay, I do apologise about that one. It's well, technical issues, of course, have dogged these things, but thankfully we seem to have got that sorted. So hopefully we'll plough on now. But where was I saying? I do apologise again. What was I saying? That yeah, biggest North London derby in a while, you could say, because Arsenal top of the league, we are lying third, only a point between us, and Manchester City in the middle there. So a win for Spurs right now, well, in 90 minutes, and we could be top of the league. And then we've got simpler games coming up until we take on Manchester United at the end of the month. So it is going to be intriguing. It is going to be intriguing. And of course, to add to that, we've got the team news. And because of the technical difficulties we've had, we seem to have issues in getting that overlay up there for you. So I do apologise. So this is going to be the team news. I just have to read it out for you. It will be Lloris in goal, as expected. He's recovered from his injury that forced him to pull out of the international break. So he looks like he's taking time out to recover, and it looks like he has recovered. So Lloris in goal, and then the back three of Clement Longley, Eric Dyer, and Christian Romero, of course. Longley replacing Davies, who was out injured for, I think he's been out injured for a few weeks, or a couple of weeks, I should say. So Longley, who didn't play too badly. I know he had a few iffy issues in his previous game, but when he's been called upon, he's done the job. So I have no issues or any qualms about him playing and starting today. In midfield, this is going to be the interesting one. This is what's going to cause a lot of contention, one might think. Is going to be a midfield four of Ivan Perisic on the left, Rodri in the middle, Rodrigo Bentancur, Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, and Emerson Royal. They'll be our midfield. A lot of people wanted a midfield five to kind of combat the effectiveness and the pressing of Arsenal's midfield, and that's probably where the game's going to be won and lost. A lot of people are thinking we might be overrun in that position. Let's hope that we have a bit more industry about us in that position. So that's going to be the midfield four, and then you have the front three of Heung-min Son, Harry Kane, and this is the other one, Richarlison is going to be starting because Kulusevski was injured on international break with Sweden. So, yeah, he is going to be, I think he's on the bench. I'll read out the bench in a minute for you. But, yeah, so Richarlison, who is in good form as things stand. I mean, he went to the international break with Brazil. They scored 2 goals. I think he played Tunisia. Did play Tunisia because of the racist incident that happened in Paris, where Tunisian fans were racially abusing with in the most horrible way. So he scored 2 goals against Tunisia, and Brazil won 5-1. But it's not something that you don't want to see. Something you don't need to want to try have to beat down every time. But he answered the best way possible, but best way possible for that sort of stuff to stop. But it is what it is. So that is the lineup. So pretty much what as you'd expect, but I know a lot of people are hoping for a 5 in midfield, but unfortunately that's not going to be the case. The substitutes bench, well, Forster, that'll be our goalkeeper on the bench, and then you have Pape Matar Sarr, Doherty will be there as well, Sanchez, Sessegnon. A lot of people wanted Sessegnon to play as opposed to Perisic today, but it is Perisic, I guess, the nod. Sessegnon will be on the bench. Oliver Skipp, a lot of people thought he might have a chance of playing in the midfield 3, but obviously he's going to be on the bench alongside the Basuma, who's there as well. Jed Spence and Hill make up the bench. So, what do you reckon? What do you think? Is that a good enough lineup? If you want the Arsenal lineup, I can give that to you as well. It is pretty much as you'd expect from Arsenal. They have Ramsdale in goal. Then they have a back 4 of White, Saliba, Gabriel, and Zinchenko. He's playing as opposed to Tierney, who's out injured. Excuse me. Then a midfield double pivot of Thomas Partey and Granit Xhaka, and then the offensive midfield three of Saka, Martin Odegaard, and Gabriel Martinelli, and they will support Gabriel Jesus. Three Gabriels in their team. That's a lot of Gabriels. So that is their team. So it looks like the midfield battles where it could be won and lost. You expect kind of, I know Kane's going to be playing further forward. You expect Kane to like come back like he always does, and to try and beef up the midfield and spray the balls around for Son and Richarlison to attack, and then he'll join the attack later on. So it's going to be a tough one, really. It's going to be a tough one. But we shall see what happens. Got a comment there saying we prefer a 3-5-2 with Bissouma in the team to be for the midfield, and I do agree. I do agree that if I was to be honest, I would say yes. I would say yes. I would expect. I would have. That's another thing. I know that Conte is stuck on the 3-4-3, but he is kind of malleable. He does kind of like to change it a bit. I mean, we have the option of Kane coming into midfield to pick up the passes, and he is quite good at pressing as well. But I think I would have liked Bissouma in there, because when he came on to great effect against Leicester, we were 3-2 up at that point, weren't we? And playing okay, but at the same time, Leicester was still kind of overrunning us in the midfield. And when he came on, I think with 20 minutes to go, we looked more organised. Leicester couldn't get through us at all, and that was good to see that we plugged that up. Maybe the idea is. Well, I know what the idea is. It's literally just to sit back and soak up the Arsenal pressure. There will be tons of Arsenal pressure. We saw what they were like at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium last season in that last North London derby. And we saw what they were like. They had enough of the ball and they kept pounding, but they did not create a decent opportunity. If you think back, a lot of people were kind of, oh my God, what's going on here? We're going to be overrun. Yeah, we might have been, but we gave up the midfield in the way. We kind of sat back a lot in large numbers. And they had a lot of the ball in the early stages before we scored the first goal. And if you think back, they did not create a chance. They had a lot of the ball. They pressed us a lot. They got down on our wings. But think about how many chances they created. Most of their attempts were from long range, because we kind of like put a massive barrier there and stop them from getting that close to our goal. So although I think that's going to be what the tactic is again today, I imagine that we're going to be sitting back, although that's going to just get the crowd up, really up and running and get them going crazy. And the atmosphere could play into their hands somewhat. And that could be where the worry is. As long as we don't play, play the team on the pitch and not the occasion, that could be where the game's won and lost. Because I do see us. I mean, a lot of people say we'll be overrun. I do see us giving up the midfield in a way. I do see us sitting back and just soaking up a lot of pressure and then trying to hit them on the break. I think that is what the tactic is going to be today. And that's going to be where the issue is. Will we be able to withstand them? 9 minutes till kickoff, and that's going to be an issue at the moment. It's a lot of people. I can see a lot of the fans there are just kind of, the Arsenal fans look kind of buoyant, and they look kind of, look like they're enjoying themselves, and they're going to enjoy the occasion. Spurs fans, they're giving it some noise as well, from what I can see. They are looking forward to the game as much as the Arsenal fans are as well. So it is going to be an interesting game today. We're going to look at a few of the stats. This is from the Spurs website, by the way, so I get to where I'm getting it from. Overall season stats, really. It's kind of interesting. And that's kind of like bared out from what we have seen on the pitch. The overall possession so far in the 7 games that we played, Spurs have had 49% of the ball, and that kind of like plays into what we were saying about how Conte likes to play against these teams. It basically is a case of hitting them on the break once we get into a decent lead, and they have to come out. They have to try and play us, and that's where we pick them off a bit more and have a bit more of the ball. So 49% of the ball so far this season. Arsenal have had 57%, and that's kind of bared out. Their idea is to, if the opposition don't have the ball, they can't hurt us, and that's literally how Arsenal play. It is effective in many ways. It plays well against the small sides, the sides you expect them to beat. That's where that kind of comes in, and that's where it kind of works in their favour. Against sides that know how to defend, that's where they come unstuck, because they have a lot of the ball, and when you have a lot of the ball, that's literally going to be your plan. This is going to be your first plan, your plan A. And that's literally all they have. They have the ball, get it out wide, bring it back inside, get out wide again if they can, cross it in. None have got a tall player in Jesus. He's going to be an aerial threat. And if not, then they'll recycle the ball, play it back again, and then just keep on the ball that way. That's literally how they play. And the idea is similar to what Manchester City used to do before the season, where it's kind of like wear down the opposition and just kind of like create panic in the opposition. And that's where we have to keep our smarts with us, and that's what I was going on to. When they come up against the sides that know how to defend, so for example, Manchester United in the last few games, us as well, we know how to defend. I mean, I know that it doesn't come across that way. Just had a scoreline come through. Aston Villa have equalised in the under 18s. So it's Aston Villa 1, Tottenham 1 in that game there. So unfortunately, our kids aren't doing too well at the moment. They lost, which wasn't ideal. So yeah, that's literally how they play. So it's going to be interesting seeing their attack come up against our defense, and I'm kind of intrigued at how that's going to play out. That should be interesting. So yeah, let us know what you think. How do you think it's going to play out? What you think the idea is behind pretty much essentially keeping the same side. The kickoff is in 5 minutes, and they're going through a lot of the old stuff that's happened in the past between Spurs and Arsenal. The teams are now lining up in the tunnel, and it is going to be a big one there. They're showing the table. Is Arsenal top, as I said. Manchester City also top with 18 points. Manchester City is second with 17, and they're 6 goals ahead of us. And there's a 4-point gap, although Brighton have played a game less. Actually, Manchester United are lying fifth. They're 5 points behind us. So a win here, we will go 2 points clear of Arsenal. If Manchester United do the business against Manchester City, then that means we'll hold. That means we'll hold the 2-point lead. Let me know what you think. Are you confident? There is literally 4 minutes to go till kickoff. How confident are you feeling? Let me know. Write it in the Facebook group if you're on there, on our YouTube channel. Let us know on Twitter as well. We're going live on Twitter. So you can watch us in 3 different ways. We're live in the discussion group on Facebook. We're also live on our Twitter page, and also on our YouTube channel. So we're live in 3 different ways, 3 fantastic ways for you to get hold of us. And I have to say, how do I feel? I'm all right. I mean, I was kind of confident going into the last North London derby and at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. I was more apprehensive the previous time we played at the Emirates. Because we got into that in really poor form. I think we lost to Crystal Palace 3-0. They then lost at home to Chelsea 3-0, and then up comes Arsenal. But obviously that was a team going through a lot of psychological issues. We had Nuno Espirito Santo then, and things weren't going our way. They really weren't. So this is a different Spurs team. This is a different Spurs attitude. And as the teams line up there for their roll call on the pitch. I remember back in the day when I was a youngster watching that Arsenal team, you know, that grew up to be the Invincibles and whatnots. And the way the Arsenal players just seemed taller and stronger and stockier. Now you can kind of look at I mean, if you want to use them as a comparison, use them as some kind of a comparison. Now you're kind of looking at them now. You don't see where the strength is. You can see a lot of our players are quite strong. A lot of our players are quite tall. We've got a very tall side, so we can bully them. It's just a case of whether we want to use that and actually get in amongst them, and that's fine. That's fine. I mean, we've shown, especially at home, how we can beat them. But it's a case of I don't think it's. I mean, 2010, I think, was the last time we beat them in the league. We did beat them very recently, 2018. You may remember. Dele Alli scoring a sublime chip over Bernd Leno in that 2-0 victory at the Emirates in the Carabao Cup. A lot of people seem to forget that. Everyone seems to say that we haven't won at the Emirates in 12 years. Technically we haven't won at the Emirates in 4 years. So you know, if you look at it in that way, and now we have a team that and we have a manager, we have a mentality that will actually get in amongst them. That's all you can hope for. That's all you can want. So we have to see. So we have to see how we implement that. They're just doing the pleasantries on the pitch at the moment as things stand. It's good. It's good. They're just showing Gabriel Jesus, who's been quite a revelation since he's come to Arsenal, since he's become the main man at the team. I mean, it wasn't too bad at Manchester City, but now he's the main man at Arsenal. You can see he's got the freedom and the not the arrogance. What's the word? Because arrogance just means you just cocky without any kind of product. He's got the product, confidence, the exuberance, the confidence that he has about him. Kane there, he likes to score goals in this fixture. Doesn't matter if we win or lose, he always gets himself a goal. So you have to kind of wonder. And Mikel Arteta right there, who has, I mean, a lot of the Spurs fans were kind of against what, and as you can imagine, but he has turned them around. He has turned them around. I mean, you saw it last season. It was a really poor start to the season. Then it came through, and finished in the European place. Now you can kind of see how it started, but the issue is, and that's the issue that I touched on earlier at the start of this, that when it comes to playing against a side that is on par with them, they don't seem to have that wherewithal to actually get the better of them. So hopefully that continues today, and then we shall see how it all kind of pans out. But yeah, at the moment, I'm feeling good. I'm looking forward to this one. I mean, as you know, I'm always more nervous when I'm playing Chelsea because I have no idea what Chelsea will turn up and no idea what Spurs will turn up against Arsenal as we kick off now. Yeah, here we go. We are kicked off and start with a long ball. And here we go. Rodrigo with the pass and wayward ball there. But yeah, Spurs kicking off, attacking the goal to my left, and Arsenal going to go to right, and they are straight on the ball there. And Jesus has the ball, and he's played it outside there to looks like Ben White. No, sorry, to Zinchenko. As Martinelli, and is headed cleared by Romero. So first chance there, and there we go. Looks like the fans are definitely up for it there. So we played, Arsenal and Spurs played in the women's game last week. You would have seen it if you've seen the video on the channel, and it was the most humbling experience of my life. Really, went into the Emirates, good atmosphere. I got my ticket before. Long lay there getting it clear, just about 3 yards away from the goal. That flick on from Xhaka from a throw-in. So yeah, and as I was saying before, Arsenal will start off by trying to apply the pressure straight away. That is the name of the game. But it's a case of withstanding that pressure, inviting them on, and then trying to hit them out. But here's a corner and cleared by Reece, well done. And then Richarlison seeks to complete the clearance, which he does. And it's back in there by Ramsdale. Back to Martinelli. That's a good control. And headed clear by Dyer. Okay, Thomas Partey there. Yes, all the guards. Back to Partey. And let's guess. And then Gabriel, because there's 3 Gabriels now. I'm guessing the defender is just literally called Gabriel, and that's going to be it. But Saka here on the right, taking on Perisic, crosses it in. That was a shove, but the referee says no. And yeah, that is crazy. That should have been a. Here comes the corner in, and it was a poor corner. Is out straight out for a goal kick, but that was poor. That was poor by the referee there. That should have been a foul. It should have been a foul. So yeah, 3 minutes in, and yeah, it's as I expected it would be. It's pretty much all Arsenal playing out from the back there. Oh, that was a poor kick there by Romero. Straight, and then Arsenal now got the chance to attack again. Straight to Xhaka. He's playing a bit further forward than he usually is. That's probably why we've seen the best of him, because when he plays for Switzerland, you can see that he plays further forward and he's a lot more joined his game. I mean, I'm not quite sure why countless managers didn't see that for Arsenal, because they've kind of unlocked the potential of Xhaka. What, 7 years on? They've wasted a lot of time with Xhaka, and that's really not to their benefit. I think that shove on Emerson he's still not recovered from, because he's limping away injured. We don't need a change of players so early on in the game, just 4 minutes in. But yeah, Emerson limping away there. And that's a poor kick there by Lloris. Pick the ball up, Lloris. Ball's poor. Okay, so goal kick to Spurs. Well, there we go. Much better ball. And maybe an Arsenal throw. So in our last game there before the international break, of course, we played Leicester. And it was a mixed game, one might say. If you've seen the video, you know that I arrived there 10 minutes late because of an issue before the game, a personal issue, as it were. And yeah, we ended up, that's a foul there, a high foot on Dyer. Again, the referee's not going to give a yellow card, but that was a high foot by Okay, do apologise about that. So it seems that technical issues are dogging this one, but it ain't going to stop us. Here we go again. Here we go. So at the moment, we haven't lost anything. It's still 0-0. And at the moment, we seem to be doing okay. We're just keeping out of the bay. They're having a lot of the ball, as one would expect. And we're just staying off them until they cross the halfway line. And then we pounce on them. Kane there just kind of jockeying on the halfway line. And here they're coming to our half now. So here we go. Trying to play the 1-2. And that didn't work. Cleared by Lloris. And there we go. Kane, good strength. And gives it away. That one. So out we go again. Okay, Martinelli there skips away from Emerson in the Battle of Brazil there down the right. That's a foul there for Spurs. Good play there by Emerson. Okay. So that's good strength there by Emerson. Did very, very well. Good clearance there by Lloris. Good play. Oh, that's a foul there by on Son. That should be. There we go. Okay. So yeah, as I was saying that the last game there before the international break, we played Leicester, of course, 1-6-2. Brilliant performance in the latter part of the second half, one might say, and that was just couldn't even keep up with the ball there. That was just poor. So, but yeah, played very well. Got the 3 points as expected, as we expected ourselves. We should do. So it's a case of onwards and upwards and playing against teams of this caliber. And we've already done so when we took on Chelsea at the start of the season. A lot of people were decrying that one, saying that we were poor, this, that, and the other. I still maintain that although Chelsea had a lot of the ball, had a lot of the a lot of the shots, they didn't test the keeper. They only had 3 shots on target, of which they scored twice. We had 6 shots on target, which we scored twice. You had to say that probably, in hindsight, in terms of finishing, we were the better side. But that's just me. And at the moment, a lot of people will be saying now that Arsenal have a lot of the ball and they're pressing us a lot. 11 minutes in, no shot on goal. So take from that what you will. Take from that what you will. At the moment, they're trying to play it through, and maybe the keeper should have come for. Maybe no, it's right. Maybe the keeper shouldn't have come for that. And here's Richarlison, good skill there. Plays pass 1, pass 2, fouled there. Emerson now on the ball, plays it inside to Kane. Good skill. Then the referee is given a foul. Okay, free kick to Spurs in the final third of the pitch here. And this is probably one of our first forays forward here, and has gone 12 minutes here in the opening moments of the North London derby at the Emirates Stadium. Well, I say, yeah, we started off all right. I say we started off okay. It was a foul on Richarlison, quite clearly. I am actually gutted that it can't be there. I mean, those rail strikes are kind of annoying, but it is what it is. And so yeah, the ticket went on to someone I could trust, and then it turns out that wasn't aware of the postal strikes going on as well. A lot of things happening in this country. There we go. It's a chance. Oh, and Richarlison unlucky there. It's a good free kick. Kane couldn't quite control the ball to start off with, and it rolled on to Richarlison, who had the chance, and that's the first attempt on target in this game. and it's gone the way of Spurs. See, that's what I was talking about earlier. So not to ignore the hand in front of your face, but you just concentrate what's going on behind the hand. And Arsenal had a lot of the ball, of course, and there's a P roller going straight to Lloris. That's going to count as a shot on goal, but it really shouldn't, because no one will be affected by that unless you're Tim Flowers. But yeah, he's onside. That's a good ball by Sonny. Kane, it wasn't Kane, it was Dyer actually. Got the touch when he tried to control it. That's probably what took it away from Richarlison. If it went all the way through to Richarlison, he would have had a perfect shot on goal. So there we go. See what I mean? This is what it's all about. This is what it's all about. And there's a long ball, and Kane's going to be offside. Good volley there, but yeah, Kane's offside. So yeah, hopefully now people will calm down, relax, and know what Spurs are trying to do here, and not to play the occasion. You know, a lot of our fans like to play the occasion. You know, you should just play the team that we're playing. Good play there by Emerson. Good defending. Well done. As long as Rodri there. Good play. Emerson again. Good play. Beautiful play. Lovely play, Spurs. See, this is a simple football there. And that was behind by Son and Kane. And that's going to be one of the issues so far with Sonny. Although he's playing well, I know he got a hat-trick against Leicester in the last game. And he also got 2 goals for South Korea in international duty. But his passing is not as snappy as it once was, and that's the obviously he's going to grow into it so early in the season, isn't it? So no real worries about that one. It's all going to come good in the end. I mean, class is always permanent. You know, form is always temporary. So you know, it's all good. Okay, so we're at quarter of the hour mark, and the scoreline, as you can see there at the bottom, it's Arsenal 0, Tottenham 0, and yeah, it's good. I wonder how many people are now enjoying the game as opposed to being really, really nervous. Because, yeah, the art of kind of enjoying the game is knowing exactly what the game plan is supposed to be. And there you go again. And who is that? Is that Ben White? Has a ball from around 25 yards out. And he can't get any further, so he has a shot and it's gone straight over. So, yeah, it's all good. But so far, Arsenal have had all the ball. And the only keeper that's made a meaningful stop is Aaron Ramsdale. The ball comes back to Arsenal again now. So and Xhaka from distance and wide again. That's the thing. They can pepper us with shots. But they're not on target because it's going to be hard to get a shot like that on target when you're on the run 25 yards out and being challenged. It's quite, so it's all good. So Lloris had it covered a long way off. So that's why, like I said, I'm calm and relaxed. I'm kind of enjoying the game. Enjoying watching it's almost like the chess features here going on here. Got good control there by Højbjerg. Got Saka on his back. Oh, that's a great ball, actually, in the end. Here's Sonny. In the final third, got 2 players around him. He's chucked back. And it is Rodri out to Emerson, who's out on the right here. Try to take his man on. Oh, and the ball there, cannons back off him, and it's cleared. Not their best of headers there, but oh, that's good. It actually turned out quite well. There you go, let it go. And for Spurs. Well done, Spurs. Yeah. They're showing the action areas there, and it's saying that all the actions, 52% of the action has been in our third. That's to be expected. 35% in midfield, and 13% in the Arsenal area. But as I say to you again, who's had the shots on goal? Who's had the shot on target? I should say. There we go. Oh, that's not the best ball again by Sonny. And that's the issue. That's the issue with Son, man. And he needs to get work on that passing, man. He needs to work on that passing because it really has gone awry this season. Okay, so once again, I do have to want to apologize for the technical issues we've had, especially at the start of the stream where things weren't going right. We had to just fall back onto the backup kind of link, and Hopefully you're enjoying the content. It's all good. Let us know what you think, leave a like and all that sort of stuff, and let us know what you think of this game so far, because we're actually playing quite well. I mean, we're set back and we're defending, and we're doing a good job, just kind of containing Arsenal. When there's no space for them to play, there's nowhere for them to go. So that's literally what we're doing right now, and they're playing it around. As I said, they'll keep possession, they'll play from side to side, and then try and attack us down the wings. So when that doesn't work because they're being doubled up on, they'll come back to the other side, play it through the midfield, and then come down to the other side and try and attack us that way. It's all about closing down the space. So they can have all the ball, but if there's no space for them to go into, then what can they do with it? So that's why it's all good. At the moment there is Gabriel Jesus, who's got the ball back to all the way back to Saliba, who's finds Saka here out on their right, on our left, doubled up on there, and there we go. Oh, I did not see that one coming because everyone was marked up quite tightly. Arsenal just scored. It's Thomas Partey, and I have no idea how he did that. That is, whoa. Blimey. Everyone was marked up. I have no idea how he did that. Just the quality of Thomas Partey, I guess. But he shot from about 25 yards and did a little curler. And now they want to do a little celebration right in the middle of the pitch. Xhaka there talking. I guess the talkers now to just sit back and invite us on. Maybe that's what they want to do. But yeah, Saka had the ball here on the right. He then gets the ball back to their number 4, who then lays it on for Partey. I have still no idea. I have to say that was a good strike. I have no idea how that was. Good curler. So we're a goal down. We've been in this position before, though. We did when we looked at the goal down against Chelsea. So yeah, it is what it is. Is what can happen. So yeah, let's 20 minutes in. Let's get ourselves. Let's get ourselves back onto it. Partey after 20 minutes. Scoreline reads Arsenal 1, Tottenham Hotspur 0. No idea how that happened. Okay, now the atmosphere is what it is. And there we go. Kane with the ball. Richarlison should have been quicker, but it's fine. It's all good. And somebody played himself out of it. Here we come. Yeah, there you go. Oh, that's not a good pass there. Oibier. That's not a good pass. Okay. So their first real serious attempt, and they score. It's just luck of the draw, really. Just luck of the draw. Okay, here we go. Good play by Spurs. Okay, it's a nice idea. Unfortunately, nobody read it. Son chasing down Ramsdale there. It's unfortunate. So, yeah, I mean, last season when we played them at the Emirates, it was kind of, everyone was just slumped bad, kind of bad mojo around the place. Everyone was really, on the down, especially after taking 2 heavy defeats, 3-0 and 3-0 going into the North London derby that season. Saka there running through. Good play. That wasn't a good clearance. Oh, there we go. Go on, Romero. That's good play. Good skill. Good play. And diving in there by Etihad. That was a poor challenge. Luckily, he didn't get hold of him there. Okay, Rodri on the ball. Good play, yes, Son. Good play through the legs there. Kane out to Emerson. That's a good ball in, and they just let it go through. It's going to be a throw to Arsenal deep in their final third. I have to say that was a good finish. I can't lie, that was a good finish. How I still don't know how he found the just because he took it quickly. I guess that's how he found the space. But yeah, Thomas Partey, I have to say, congratulations, good finish. But like I said, it's still early in the game. Okay, cleared up there. That's going to be a throw to Spurs. I don't even can make it out. You can hear the noise now. The fans are now a little more boisterous than they were before. Richarlison, that's a lovely ball over the top there. The sunny and it just runs all the way through to Ramsdale. Unlucky there. It was a good idea. Good play. Good attempt. Okay. It wasn't quite the crowd loved that, but yeah, it's a little bit of a nutmeg. Jesus now playing. Here's Odegaard now. Playing it through. That should be offside. But the referee, okay. Referee's given the throw to Arsenal, but I could have sworn that was offside. Here we go again. Again, Arsenal again maintaining possession of the ball. That there to Zinchenko. Xhaka out to Partey in the middle there. He's running through, jockeying. This is White out there to Saka, who's holding the right here. White again has a little bit of space, but here's Partey again in a similar position to where he was when he scored. I thought it might have been a foul, but the referee says play on. Saka again. He wants space to try and cross it. Comes inside. Play 2-on-2. Plays it on there to Zinchenko. Out to Martinelli, who loses the ball. And we are throwing to Spurs. And there, once again, showing the goal is set up there by White. Because he takes it quickly. It's a good curl right into that right hand side of the goal there. So yeah, 1-0 Arsenal. And yeah, I'm still not really that worried about it, really. I'm still not really that worried. They've had apparently their 63% of the ball, which is to be expected. 60 passes into the final third. Jesus there was fouled by Romero. Makes the most of it, of course. But yeah, still not. Well, we'll just see what happens with this free kick. They're not pushing too many players to challenge our defenders in this one. Mostly all just around the D Spurs defense in the line, and then in the defense, the defense out in the line. Partey trying to be the decoy in an offside position. Xhaka plays it out wide to Martinelli. Back to Xhaka, who's found himself in a little bit of space. Back to Martinelli again. Crosses comes in and headed clear by Dyer. Okay. It's just how football goes. You know, you have the better of the opportunities, and the ball swings in now. Oh, Martinelli there just tried a trick, but didn't come off, and he gets the ball back anyway. And that's a 1-2 with Jesus. Lovely tackle there by Emerson. And that's a foul, and the referee should give that free kick. There he does. You think that he dug, and Jesus should know all about diving, surely. But yeah, as I was going to say, I mean, you have the better of the opportunities, and this is what happens. You know, they just need one of those chances to actually not be rushed and actually be on target, and they get the goal, and that's literally what's happened. It is unfortunate, but we go again. Might have switched it up a bit more, I think. And before the international break, we were 1-0 down to Leicester. It was a penalty very early on. Good play there by Richard. Oh, lovely play by Kane. Lovely play there by Rodri. And there's Son out wide there to Perisic. Perisic into the penalty area. Oh, and was nowhere near on target. Nowhere near on target, man. And that is the issue. That is the issue. But it was good play there by Spurs. And he's onside. I don't know quite what they're checking that for, but he's onside. Well, Perisic's there. I don't know why he didn't play it across goal. If he'd played it across goal, he would have scored. But There we go. They recognize the danger. That's why if they come onto us, you have space. Okay, Longley was kind of beaten there by his Saka in the air. I'm not quite sure. And Saka's got past two players there. He's tangled his feet, but there he goes, challenged in the end by Rodri. And here's Son playing out to Kane. Lovely. Can he get a hold of it? He can. He's through. He can play it out there to Son, to Richarlison, and he's played it wide there. Richarlison there had it up here. Oh, that's good. Oh, played in, but then, oh, here we go. Here's Richarlison. It's a penalty. It's going to be a penalty. It's a penalty. Come on. It was a clear foul on Richarlison. Gabriel there. Another penalty that Gabriel has given away. Another penalty is given away. There cannot be any kind of issue with this. There cannot be. He doesn't get any of the ball. He takes the man. It's a penalty to Spurs. Okay. Somebody did say that Kane does get a lot of penalties at the Emirates. And here we go again. A penalty to Tottenham in the 29th minute here at the Emirates Stadium in the North London derby. Trailing 1-0. Harry Kane with the opportunity now to level things. And Ramsdale's doing a little bit of gamesmanship right now. Just somebody going to pick up a bottle near the corner flag and is now just walking slowly back. But not to jinx it, Kane did miss his last penalty for Spurs. They did score his last penalty for England. And that was more recent than the miss for Spurs. So here we go. A penalty opportunity for Tottenham Hotspur. Harry Kane against Aaron Ramsdale. This to equalise at the Emirates Stadium. Obviously, a few more delays in the referee now. I'm not quite sure he's running across the pit. He's running across the box. The Arsenal players, of course, trying to put the players off here. So here we go. I think the delay won't have an issue. Kane now steps up to take the penalty for Tottenham Hotspur. Yes, and it's in! It's in! That's what we are talking about right here. You want to start? Come on now. This is what it's all about. This is what it's all about. And I said, we will get the opportunity. It's all about taking it. And here we go. That's what I'm saying. I'm bummed I'm not actually at the game. But it is what it is. The rail strikes and then the postal strikes. I'm sorry for my mate there who couldn't get to the game because of the postal strikes. And Kane's equalised. A clear foul there on Richarlison by Gabriel, who's famous for him. And Kane steps up and slams the penalty in. It's 1-1 with 15 minutes to go before halftime. And you have to say, I mean, you might say, I know a lot of people might say that we don't deserve it because Arsenal had a lot of the ball. But in terms of chances and shots on goal, we have deserved it. I don't care what anyone says. I look at the stats and the eye test tells me. I don't get drawn in by the fact that Arsenal have had like 95% of the ball. There's no issues what you do with the ball. And they have done next to nothing. That goal that they scored was opportunistic. If we had taken that chance early on through Richarlison, it was Richarlison, we would have been a goal up before Partey would have scored. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not that worried about this game. It's about us taking our opportunities, and we've taken one after the two that three, I guess technically we could count the one that was zipped across the penalty area. But there we go. So back on level terms. There's a long ball by Lloris, and that's been cleared by, I want to say Saliba, but probably wasn't. How are you just giving the ball straight to him, Romero? Come on. Can you tell the difference between the white shirt and the red shirt? Luckily, nothing came with that. So, everyone feeling a little bit calmer now? That's not what you think? Oh, that's a nice little interesting ball. That's almost gone straight through to Sonny, almost. But Saliba has cleared that. Oh, but they are living dangerously at the back there, Arsenal. They are living dangerously at the back there. Good header back there by Perisic to Romero. He's got Emerson there on his right, but he's coming inside there to Dar instead. It's not too bad. Not too bad at all. Okay. That's good. Well, great ball there. Richarlison now open and is spraying it out there to Emerson. Good control. Kane now picks up the ball. Kane's a good ball in and is cleared by Partey. He's out for a corner, and Spurs actually applying some pressure here. It is what it is. It is what it is. They're saying the top goal scorers in London derbies. Kane is now outright top goal scorer with 44 goals, one clear of Thierry Henry. And unless Thierry Henry is going to come up for out of retirement, he's not going to be able to affect that stat. So Kane is now clear in terms of North London derby goals. 44 goals for him. Corner now comes in from Perisic. That's a good ball. Oh, and Ramsdale had to clear it from under his crossbar there. That was a good ball. And is out for a throw. That was a good corner there by Perisic. Amazing ball. Ramsdale there trying to psych himself up, but he's rattled there, man. I don't know, he punched it away. Perisic comes across the pitch now to take the throw. So 10 minutes to go before half-time. There will be some injury time as well. There usually is, probably just a minute. Okay, so there's going to be a long throw now by Perisic. It is a long throw. Not quite on Kane's head. Good play by Rodri. Lovely plays. Do it out to Emerson. Inside back to Rodri again on the right. Oh, that's poor Rodri. What the fuck were you trying to do? And the ball's just given back there to Højbjerg. I'm not surprised. I don't understand why Arsenal are rattled. It's the same as in the last North London derby at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. They had a lot of the ball, and they're going to give that. Shouldn't be having his hands on. Saka knew what he was doing. It was like in the last mean, they had all the ball. As soon as we scored, they were rattled. And they are rattled at the moment now. Perisic didn't actually need to touch. Could just jockey it alongside Saka and then made Saka making a mistake. And that's given away there by Zinchenko to Richarlison. Oh, why didn't he play out towards the penalty spots? Because Højbjerg was right there and it was unmarked. He tried to bang it right out across the 6-yard box, and that's been cleared now. Here is Gabriel Jesus. No, the referee's bought that one. Romero didn't touch him. Arsenal playing it quickly now. Here is Odegaard. Out to Saka, who's now isolated. Perisic there 1-1, and his first cross is charged down by Højbjerg. Comes out, and then the second charge is again charged by Højbjerg. So it's going to be a corner to Arsenal. And it looks like it's Saka to take it. Oh, they complain about saying handball, but his arm is not in a natural position, and it wasn't even handball anyway. That was his chest. Optical illusion there, man. Optical illusion. But Saka is going to take the corner for Arsenal. 8 minutes to go before half-time. Okay, the corner comes in and touched there by Lloris, and the referee says no foul and it's cleared. And this is Son. He's got the ball, and that's a pull back there by Odegaard. But here's Richarlison. Could he play inside? He does. Is he onside? Apparently he is. There's Kane with a header and on target, but the keeper saves it. And Snoop Dogg there in the crowd there wearing the Arsenal jersey is a bit upset. But that was a clear... I don't know. It would have been offside, I think, if the goal's given. But that should be pulled back by a foul there. Well, at least Odegaard given a yellow card because he clearly pulls back Perisic there. Sorry, Højbjerg there. Talk about trying to let things flow. There's some things you just can't let flow. I like the fact that in rugby, you know, if you commit a foul, then, you know, you play on, I think, for another minute or so, and if nothing comes of it, they pull it back for the foul. They should do the same in football. Partey there with the ball, played out to Ben White, who's quite far forward here. Saka on the right, or on our left. Back to White, crosses it in, and cleared. Okay, and is Partey out wide there to Martinelli. Trying a shot, and it looks like it's going to be a corner to Arsenal. Emerson couldn't quite get his foot right round it there. He was the corner there to Arsenal. Martinelli with the corner, it comes in, headed clear by Romero. Only as far as Zinchenko, who lobs it over to this right-hand side to Saka, who has Gabriel Jesus with him. Thomas Partey again, passes it back and pulls down Rodri there as he does it. Jesus, good challenge there, brilliant play by Longley. That's a foul. It should be a foul. Thank you. That should be a yellow card there. Gabriel should be booked for that because you want to retaliate and you want to shout. Give him a yellow card, man. Clearly, he takes out Kane. He doesn't get anywhere near the ball. It's exactly what he did for the penalty. He completely took out Richarlison, nowhere near the ball, and he's screaming. What is he screaming for? It's amazing, really. It's amazing how these players think. Amazing. He's having a little talk to. I didn't know Odegaard was captain. Okay, yeah. He's having a talk to. Gabriel is an idiot. He really is. That's 2 fouls he's done, and he thinks he's not responsible for any of them. Neither on those opportunities did he get anywhere near the ball. So what's he screaming for? That's a lovely ball. Oh, Richarlison there. He had time there to control it, but he wanted to play it on first time to Emerson. Okay, so they found a bit of space in the midfield there. Odegaard there. Okay, good play. Hey, well done there. Son there doing a little pirouette in the penalty area. That's quite as calm as personified there. That's a good ball by Longley. All the way to Kane, and that's been seen out by Saliba. Oh, there we go. Richarlison, can he get hold of that? He tried to barge his way through. That Arsenal coming away with the ball. 4 minutes to go before half-time, and it's currently Arsenal 1, Tottenham 1, as you can see in the scoreline down there. So Saka there tries to take on 3 players, comes unstuck. A good play there by Højbjerg. That's a foul there by Thomas Partey, and the referee says no. Are you serious? You have to go through the player to get the ball. There we go. Have that yourself. Okay, here we go. And the Arsenal players lying on the ground claiming foul. But Kane's now here on our right. Inside there to Emerson. Good skill. He was taken out there. The referee says play on. Oh, that is poor refereeing. How's that not a foul? I don't care about you. You got yourself injured in the middle of fouling someone there, Odegaard. But Emerson then was taken out. Okay, he did get himself injured in the middle of fouling. Sorry, that was my mistake. But Romero didn't really touch him there. He took the ball. But it is what it is. Okay, there's only a few minutes left to go before half-time. And Arsenal at the moment is ending the half as they started it in possession, playing it across our midfield lines. And this is Odegaard out wide there to... Oh, he's got done there. Trying to... Oh, Jesus there took on two players, got past them all, and the shot there was straight in Lloris's face. That's apart from their goal, that's probably the only shot on goal they've actually had. Well, it's good play by Odegaard there. Then Jesus there beats Emerson with one feint, beats Romero with another feint, and then couldn't get past Dyer to try a little toe poke shot, and the shot went straight into Lloris's face. But Jesus has been doing that quite a lot since he's been with Arsenal. You know, the feints. You didn't really see him do that for Manchester City. But then again, at Manchester City, there's not really an onus on individual skill. You have to play as a collective, as a team, as a functioning kind of like West Germany team from the 1980s. If you remember how they played, they were just blocky and functional. It's kind of similar. But with a bit more fluidity with Man City, obviously. And Longley with an interesting pass up to Romero, who has to run back. Dyer gets it clear now. Bit of climbing there by Gabriel on Richarlison. And here's out to Zinchenko, who crosses the ball in. And Saka there somehow got onto his knee there. Not quite sure how. I think he tried to do a one of those overhead volleys, but yeah, the ball's closer to him than he thought it would be. But no shot on goal. Here we go. Also, we'll be doing a live stream of the Champions League match between Eintracht Frankfurt and Tottenham on Tuesday. We might have a special guest, or a co-commentator with us. Trying to see if I can get Vincente Spurs on to see if he can commentate alongside with us. So if that happens, then you'll see the two of us on the Chelsea Paul pass again by Sonny, but it's been tied up there by Rodri. Good play there. So on Tuesday, you should see us on the Champions League stream there for that one. Sonny has the ball here on the right. He's had to come out the penalty area. And this is Rodri. He's got space out there to Emerson. Out wide again to Richarlison, and Richarlison didn't seem to see Gabriel stood right next to him, and Gabriel then falls over. Gabriel Jesus falls over, and then he talks about Richarlison diving. 2 minutes of added injury time. So as things stand at the moment, is still 1-1. Let us know what you think. They're going according to plans. For me, it's exactly as I expected it to go. As I highlighted at the start of the stream, it's gone the way I thought it would go. So for me, no real surprise. And there we go. And the referee's going to give that. I didn't think that was a foul by Longley, but if you just fall over, then it seems to give it. There's a bit of a marked contrast because if someone fouls our player, he doesn't seem to say a flipping word. It just plays on. But about 45 seconds to go before half time. The referee checked his watch there. Zinchenko playing a bit more inside. I think he's playing more as a central midfielder as opposed to a left back in this game. Oh, that's just Longley passed that one on there. Sorry, no, Perisic passed that one on there. And in theory, that was his ball. But Longley managed to get hold of it and that clear. The throw's been taken quickly and is all the way over now to our right-hand side. Martinelli passed one there, trying to do a little trickery, and he gets into the Rodri ball. And there we go. Kane there completely foxes Saliba, but he gets the ball back there, Saliba. Okay, out right here. I'm not quite sure what that was. That's a foul, it should be, but the referee says no. Oh, he is giving it. Beginning to lose faith with the referee there for a second. But well played there, Longley. And it is half time now. It's half time here at the Emirates, and you have to say that. What can you say? It's been it's gone exactly as I expected it would do. Arsenal have a lot of the ball. People just sitting back and soaking it all up, and then trying to hit them on the break. Arsenal try and play around us to try and find that space, and so far they haven't managed to find it, and that's literally how I thought it would go. What I didn't think would happen was when Arsenal had the ball about 25 yards out. Well, I thought they'll have the ball 25 yards out and they'll try shots from distance and whatnot. But what I did not think is that Thomas Partey will be able to score from the position that he was at.
And that's kind of what stumped me there. That's what, as you saw, I don't know if you saw on the stream there, that took me by surprise. I expected them to have a shot, and I expected them to, I just expected them to be behind wide because he was completely surrounded. But it, he managed to get it into Lloris's top left-hand corner, and that was absolutely, I don't know. It just threw me. But it is what it is. Hi there, Avis. Glad you're watching. I hope you're all okay. And it has been an interesting first half there. So that was a goal from Partey after 20 minutes. And then we started having a bit more of the ball, started coming a bit more forward, doing a bit more with it. And then there was a chance, an opportunity it fell to Richarlison in the 31st minute, 30th minute really. And Gabriel, as is what he is famous for, stuck a leg out when he was nowhere near the ball and brought Richarlison down. The referee had no option but to give a penalty there. I would have given a yellow card as well, but it is what it is. And Kane, after a bit of delay there, after a bit of gamesmanship from the Arsenal players in defence of the penalty area, slots it home and it's 1-1. And then we have another opportunity as well. But they had another opportunity there, but then also started playing it as if they were rattled, as if they were shell shocked. It was only just 1-1. But it then fell back into the same pattern there of Arsenal having a lot more of the ball, trying a few more attempts there. Gabriel Jesus there, almost running through our defence there and almost scoring there, but Lloris managed to save it. But it has gone exactly as I thought it would do. So we just have to see how it all kind of pans out. But at halftime at the Emirates, it is currently Arsenal 1, Tottenham Hotspur 1. We're going to take a little break, and then we shall be back before the start of the second half. Thank you for watching. Keep watching. Let everyone know about it, and we shall see it starts before the start of the second half. Hello there, and welcome back. The second half's just about to start. There's an interesting first half, and yeah, it is going to be an interesting one there. Avis is there saying, actually, Harry will score. He loves to score against us. Well, exactly. I mean, that is what was his 44th goal in North London derbies. So, yes, we're back on there, and then the game's kicked off. So we shall get right on it. Second half there, yeah, the Emirates Stadium. And hopefully people understand what I was trying to say before about, because I know a lot of people will be going in there nervous and stuff and whatnot. And we start off by very nearly giving them a chance to race at us as our throwing. But hopefully people understand what I was trying to say, that Arsenal we're always going to have a lot more of the ball. We're always going to play that kind of way, but we're going to, and that's a foul for us. Come on, ref. Okay, Arsenal there comes through Enter, but there we go. Romero steps in and takes the ball. And this is Kane here on the right. He plays it down. Look at that. Romero is through on goal here. Oh, and then challenged by Saliba, and that's been cleared. That would have been something there. Romero does like to rampage down the up the pitch when he has the opportunity, and that was a lovely ball found by Kane. And I don't know if Romero has that kind of shooting ability, but maybe if he tried to cut across the goal there, he wanted to take it on and take Saliba on and cut inside, but he was challenged and he was out for a throw. So starting the second half quite well. So let's see how it all progresses. This is Perisic, and he's lost the ball immediately. But then here's a long ball played up now to Gabriel Martinelli. He's got Romero to take on, and good challenge this time. That's what should have happened probably the last time when Højbjerg there challenging, I want to say Odegaard. He came steaming in, or maybe it was Xhaka. And here's Partey again with another. And there you go. And that was clever there by Rodri. Actually stepped in and stopped Partey from doing another curler, because boy, do we know how dangerous he is with those curlers. So anyway, Arsenal there with a throw. There's Partey and the ball. Cuts back outside, gets the ball out there to White, who presses inside to Odegaard, crosses the ball, and that's headed clear there by Dyer, and Richarlison's clearance, not very effective, has come back to Gabriel. He plays back to Saliba. And this is Ben White on the right side of the defensive three, who's playing quite high on his inside our own penalty area at the moment. But then again, all the Arsenal players are inside not penalty area, in our own half. As we played out there to Martinelli on our right-hand side, plays it back to Zinchenko. And again, playing it back to the defense. And this is Partey trying to find Saka, which he does. Saka there trying to come inside, and he gets a shot. Good save. And a real bad defensive error there. And that's now 2-1 there to Arsenal. That was poor. That should not have happened. Lloris there, I mean, he had a shot, then somehow squirmed away from Lloris. And obviously got the cannon off Lloris and then hit the defender. And Gabriel Jesus was literally wide open there without attempt. That was stupid. He should have held onto the ball there, Lloris. He should have held onto the ball. And he didn't. They're playing it again now. It's come out wide there. Saka there was always going to try and come inside, which he does. It was doubled up, and it was poor there by Lloris. A one-handed save, just palmed it straight into danger. And then the ball squirms under him. It comes back to from Romero. Easy catch for Lloris. And somebody squirms under him. Come on! poor, man. It's poor. Absolutely poor. So there we go. Let's start again. Anyway, let's start again. Conceding way too many goals at the moment, aren't we? I mean, 2 against Leicester. We conceded. Sorry, it was Perisic there trying to. There's a corner out to Spurs. The Spurs there, deflected by Saka. Yeah, conceded 2 against Leicester. We did concede 2 against Sporting Lisbon in before that. Need to try and tighten. I mean, he's famous for his defence, Conte, and he needs to try and tighten that up again. But there's always much you can do there when Lloris spills the ball like that, and then lets the ball just sneak under his body. Sonny there with the ball. Okay, here we go. And there we go. It should be out there for a throw to Spurs. Okay. There you go. Showing the attempts on target there. Also about 13 attempts to our 5. On target, 6 to our 4. So we've been very economical. And that's a foul there on Richarlison. It should have been a foul on Richarlison. We're in. Referee does not give in now, so can break is Gabriel Martinelli. Also getting the better of Højbjerg there, but Romero now. Good play. That's our ball. That should be our ball. Yeah. Had to be. Had to be our ball. So we have to try and come back from behind yet again. And like I said, it's not ideal. Not ideal at all. But there you go, Arsenal again. Took a hold of the ball. Oh, Jesus there, taking everyone on all comers, trying to claim a foul. Okay. I bet he's all right now, but here we go. Odegaard now on the right there. Saka. Ben White. And headed and is down. There we go. Jesus there. Claiming a foul. To me, it looked like he got the ball, but you know how these things seem to manifest itself. Don't count your chickens till they're hatched. Wasn't anyone near that close there, Arteta. Oh, they're actually checking for the penalty. Okay. I get the feeling that he's probably going to give it. I wouldn't personally have said it was a penalty, but they're going to give it. But Lloris. Okay. Well, we started off again. We've got the ball now, so we're just playing around midfield as things stand. We'll try and see a way of plugging it. But then again, as they haven't really worried me that much. And I say that, and it's still 2-1 to Arsenal. So just goes to show. Okay, Richarlison offside there. Okay, so Arsenal have the ball on our left. Saka pass it inside there. White again. White seems to be, is he a defender or not? I'm not quite sure he's actually supposed to be here. And somehow Martinelli is wide open here. It's headed clear by Romero. A ball played out there. Good clearance there by Emerson. Took a little knock there, but hopefully he'll be all right. Okay, playing around the back there as you expect them to. Waiting for them to come into our half, and there we go. Okay, and there's Jesus who has the ball back to Partey. Good play. Oh, the inside pass there, and that is a good cross in and well cleared, and finally cleared there by Romero. And the referee's now given out offside. So, yeah, it was a bad mistake. We have to try and shake that out of our heads. So, I have to try and get on with it. Really do. It's a good ball, actually. Very good ball. Sign out there to Richarlison. And Richarlison's now got Zinchenko's got him isolated, and a cross attempt there is charged down by Zinchenko. Richarlison picks it up though. Tries to goad him into a challenge, which he doesn't take. Emerson back to Rodri, back again to Emerson, who passes back to Rodri again. Romero. Good ball there. Oh, Kane's touch was a little bit on the heavy side, but it's coming outside there. And here's Højbjerg. Back to Dyer. Rodri now. And here's Emerson trying to play it down there to Richarlison, who's onside. Good skill there by Richarlison. Oh, that's behind. But there's a chance there for Højbjerg, and that's just over. It's just over unlucky. It's good play in the end. But I don't know if that pass from Richarlison was meant for Højbjerg. If it was a good ball, but I think it was supposed to be for Son. It was acres of space in the penalty area. Højbjerg trying to do his version of Thomas Partey, but unfortunately didn't get it completely right. Goal kick. Ramsdale takes it. Let's come out there to Xhaka, who plays it down to Zinchenko. Inside ball there to Xhaka. That's an interesting pass there, and this time Lloris actually does hold on to the ball from Jesus. He's offside anyway, so wouldn't have counted. Interesting pass there by Longley. Good skill there by Sonny. Comes back to Dyer. It's a long ball there. Oh, good play. And he's onside. Is he on? I guess he was on, but couldn't get out the ball there, Kane. It was a lovely flick of the pass there by Richarlison, but unfortunately, Kane was not able to take advantage of it. Now the ball's out here to Martinelli. 1-2, and it's cleared there by Dyer. And he comes back, but here goes Perisic. Lovely play. Okay. And here's Dyer. So good ball out there to Perisic, who's still stayed up. What's he going to do? He's got it's a lovely ball inside, but not sure how they got away with that, but they have. That was not a good idea there by Emerson. He's trying to claim that was a dirty challenge, but it really wasn't. It just stuck his foot out accidentally and just caught him. Oh, actually, I'll take it back. It was kind of down his ankle, but nowhere near as bad as that. But Conte is a red card. How's that a red card? Oh my days! How is that a red card? Why do I get these stupid red cards in this fucking stadium? It was accidental. He didn't go steaming in. He thought he could get the ball. Fucking hell. Fuck you, ref. Fuck you. Okay. So now do this with their 10 men. You're all right now, are you, Martinelli? Are you all right now? Fucking rascal, man. Apparently, Arsenal fans are saying Tottenham get battered everywhere they go. Interesting. It's only 2-1. I mean, Rover is one thing, but when you're being more moron, it's kind of another thing. Okay, so 10 men again at the Emirates Stadium. And we've just played 64 minutes. We're in the 64th minute now. Okay, just keep pressing them. That's what we can do. Oh, here we go. There we go. That's fine. And okay, Richarlison on the ball. Not much you can do. You just have to get out of the area. That's the thing. I mean, if it's a case of if we really actually held on to the sodding ball, we'll not be in this position here. And yeah, okay, maybe I'll concede that. You know, friend, it wasn't really a kick out. He just kind of like Martinelli went past him. I guess it's just an instinctive kind of reaction to try and. But he was nowhere near the ball. It was down his shit, his ankle. I still think the red card is harsh, but it is what it is. It is what it is. What's Conte going to do? What can we do? I think I'm going to try and finish it now before we get a substitute on. Watch out on your left there, Perisic. Here's Saka. He's got an overload there as well. But Saka's come inside. And a wild shot wide. So, that's the thing. Their shooting doesn't worry me. Shooting does not worry me. This is why it's annoying that we're 2-1 down. And now we're a man down as well. It literally is nothing that they can do right now that worries me. But we're 2-1 down and we're a man down. Here we go. That's Højbjerg there playing it up. I'm not quite sure why. And then Gabriel. Oh, Gabriel's giving it away. Then Højbjerg just kind of steps away from it. And that's inside there for Martinelli. That was poor. And that's 3. And that's Xhaka. And there we go. That's it. And here we go. I think it's safe to say that, that's it. Game over. But, it is what it is. I mean, it is what it is. But, the game plan worked okay. Got back to 1-1. And that was right at half time there. And then poor goalkeeping. I don't know how many times I can say it. I mean, that opportunity there. I mean, maybe Højbjerg should have it just came at him too quickly. Like, he still should have tried and come back and try and got the ball. But here we are. And they just played it through. Martinelli there, letting it go. Xhaka there takes a step to his left and then opens up the space. And then you score. And that's 3-1. And yeah, unless some kind of miracle happens. I mean, it is what it is. We could done with Kulusevski to come off the bench, couldn't we, at this point? But nothing. We've got any other attacker that can kind of cause issues down there. But only option is to take off another player and put. Oh, Dyer is having a go at Kane there for not closing down. But I don't know what they're showing with the Reese. This is the issue to do that. That's why we're in this position right now. And you can sit down and put your shirt on there, Snoop Dogg. So yeah, 3-1 it is. And we've got Højbjerg, who doesn't seem to realise that he's in the midfield area. That's he's always obviously going to be tackled. There we go. That's good. And they've still got it. Gabriel there. Okay, back to Gabriel. Outside there to Gabriel Jesus. And hey, he caught it. My God, Delarice actually caught it for once. Okay, making a quadruple substitution. Got Sessegnon, Doherty, Bissouma, and Sanchez waiting to come on. So I'm intrigued to see how this will all work out. Perisic now on our left. Good ball out there to Kane. Kane chips it to no one in particular. There's positions like this where it looks like Højbjerg's just like a ship trying to turn in the middle of the ocean. Good play. Well done there, Longley. Stop Saka from netting the ball, which is what he should have done before. Okay, trying to make good use of the extra man that they have, but I don't know, as soon as that red card went in, I just kind of lost interest in it then. And the ball over the top there's Martinelli. There we go. Well done there, Romero, good defending. Is Zinchenko. I think he wants to put the cross in first time, but Martinelli has the ball. That over to Saka, comes out to the left. And right across the face of goal there, but cleared by Perisic. So you can say that Højbjerg got a little touch on the ball there, which is going to stop the ball from spinning. I don't know where, because there was no Arsenal player in the penalty area. So Perisic is coming off. I guess Sessegnon is going to be his substitution. Longley is coming off as well. Bissouma, as you can see, they're coming on. So Sessegnon there. So Sessegnon and Bissouma are on. So we just see Doherty's coming on for. Richarlison's coming off, which is interesting. I guess it's got so that Doherty could come on. Son's coming off as well. Was it just Kane on his own? I'm intrigued. And here's Partey, and there is Odegaard in a lot of space. Tries to tee himself up for a shot, and is wide. Okay, so Sanchez on for Longley. Bissouma, Perisic. Okay, right. Arsenal making their own substitutions as well. So Thomas Partey's coming off. Gets a round of applause. Obviously, he got the first goal of the game. And on comes Samuel Okonga, Belgian international. And Zinchenko's coming off. And on comes Tierney. So there we go. Yeah, I suppose the Arsenal fans will be happy with this one, I'm sure. So we're trying to work out what our formation is supposed to be. I'm thinking that probably Perisic is being pushed further forward. So, I mean, still a 3-5-1 by the looks of it. So Perisic must be pushed further forward. No, Perisic was taken off, wasn't he? Looks like still a 5-3-1 almost. So Højbjerg, Bissouma, and Rodri in the middle with supporting Kane. And the rest, three at the back still. Doherty's come on. Okay, here's Rodri. Okay, Rodri passes it through to Kane, and Kane tries to challenge with Gabriel. Gabriel falls over. And, of course, he's going to give that as a foul. I'm still not trying to work out what these substitutions are about. I can't quite work it out, what we're supposed to be doing. Maybe I'm thinking at that point now, isn't that obstruction? Doesn't matter though, does it? It really doesn't matter. 15 minutes to go. Aimless ball there by Sanchez. Straight to nobody in particular. Just gone straight out. And Oliver Skip's coming on now. Is he going to be on in place for Højbjerg? But looks fit. So at least Skip is back. He's got over his injury issues, and Skip's coming back on. So good to see him back in the Spurs shirt. It's been a little while, hasn't it? Yeah, also just playing around the ball. I guess the idea is just literally to hold on for a 3-1 defeat, I think, because I can't quite see how. I mean, Basuma can come forward, and he does have an eye for a pass, but not the most forwards-looking kind of substitution you can think of. But yeah, also I'll be happy to just keep the ball now the next 15 minutes. They'll have the 3 points, and there we go. We'll move on. Just have to put the pressure on in the next few games. But now it looks like we're going to fall a little further behind. We're already a point behind Arsenal at this point. It's going to be 4 points, and that will be the issue. And Arsenal will stay top. Manchester City, you just have to hope that. What do we want? We do want Manchester. Oh, yeah, we want Manchester City to lose that one. I don't care what you say. We want Manchester City to lose that one because I've got eyes for the title. Still, don't give a toss about full top 4. I'll keep saying it, so I'll keep saying it again. Don't care about top 4. I want to win the title. And we're going to have a massive setback after this game if it does turn out to be a defeat, unless we can get a goal back in the next 14 minutes somewhere along the line. But Arsenal there just trying to pick little holes through, and there you go. I think Gabriel Jesus was hoping for a leg to be stuck out there so he can fall over and claim a penalty, but it was good defending there by I think it was Dyer. I wasn't quite paying that much attention to. Was doing the tackling. Doherty, he's been back from his injury issues as well, so it was good to see him back. Ball sprayed out there by Dyer to Sessegnon. Rodri's come forward, not the best control. Oh, that's a foul. That should be a booking. It is a booking. Okay. Yellow card there to Saliba. I don't think he'll mind that too much. So a decent ball in, but just taking Perisic off, haven't we? So and we've just taken Son off as well. So it's going to be intriguing to see who will take this free kick and who's going to be on the other end of it. If Kane's going to take it, then we need someone there, and probably Romero in the box to try and challenge. Doherty is also very good at arriving late in the box, so that should be someone else to look out for. But here, free kick chance. Dyer with a free kick, so it's going to be a direct one then. Oh, it's Kane. Okay, and Sanchez there, not quite got the block on, but see there, is he onside? I guess he would be. They bring on some more substitutions. We've got that guy that looks like that boy out of Harry Potter, and what's his name? Can't remember his name now. Odegaard's being taken off. And so is Gabriel Jesus, so we want to protect him because apparently he's on a yellow card. So there we go. So it was Fabio Vieira, that's the Harry Potter guy, and Eddie Nketiah is coming on for Jesus. So 10 minutes to go, and yeah, it still shows that we've got quite a long way to go, really, in terms of getting the right kind of team together there for Conte and for Spurs, really. There are some people who will be saying that it should have been done in the window, but you can't do everything in the transfer window. But I guess, But football doesn't play out that way like it does in FIFA. So coming up to 10 minutes to go, and unlucky there, Basuma almost got hold of the ball there. It's currently Arsenal 3, Tottenham Hotspur 1 here at the Emirates in the first North London derby of the season. And Arsenal pretty much comfortable now as things stand. They're a player up as well after Emerson was sent off for a foul on Gabriel Martinelli. So, there we go. Dyer stepping out and getting the ball is a good play. I thought it would have worth a yellow. I mean, he did kind of stick his foot out and make contact with Martinelli's ankle, but I'm guessing he's seen it as a mostly dangerous play or something. Yeah, it was a straight red in the end. Doherty gets that one clear. So, yeah. Still got 10 minutes to go. It's not a foul, ref, because it looks like he literally just stuck his body in the way just to ensure our player didn't get the ball there. Okay, Saka there with a cross and headed clear there by Doherty. Skip there, going to get a hold of it there. Doherty comes out and the ball is cleared by Romero. That's going to be a throw-in for Arsenal. It's just all about game management for them now. But yeah, there will be people starting to come out now saying we should have played with 3 in the midfield. We should have done this and the other. We were managing them. We were literally stopping them from, Lloris, stay where you are. Literally stopping them from doing what they needed to do. The first shot, in my eyes, was kind of opportunistic. I'm not sure how he managed to score it. I mean, had everyone back there, but it was just because he took it very, very quickly and beats everyone all ends up. A good ball, good goal by Partey. We had a couple of opportunities, but then Kane scoring with a penalty, making it 1-1. A really bad goalkeeping issue. Really bad goalkeeping issue there by Lloris. Ball comes in, he makes the initial save. The ball comes back to him from Romero because Lloris actually palms the ball into Romero's path. The ball comes back to him, and somehow, instead of catching it, he lets it squirm under his body. Squirms under his body. And that's what presented the opportunity for Gabriel Jesus to make it 2-1. That was a poor goal. And then Emerson sent off, which I mentioned earlier. And from then, a couple of minutes after that, Arsenal made it 3. Nice little break. Xhaka scoring it to make it 3-1, and that's how it's been since the 67th minute. Not much you can do when you're a man down, is there? So, could say it's been spoiled as a spectacle. The game plan was, in my eyes, going superbly well. It was going very, very well, and then a goalkeeping error, and then I don't want to paint it as a rush of blood to the head. But yeah, I guess it was kind of like instinctive, just an instinctive kick out, but he raked his ankles. So I guess that's why it was a straight red. But still, I would have given it just a yellow for that. But it is what it is. It is what it is. So then I have to just watch the procession, really, and okay, Doherty gets hold of the ball here. Good play there, and that's a foul. Here's Skip. Back to Doherty. That's a foul, and that surely should be a booking. That surely should be a booking for Martinelli. Thank you. I don't know what Arteta was screaming for. That was a clear foul. That was a clear yellow card. He definitely did it on purpose. He knew what he was doing. But it is what it is, like I say. Okay, free kick chance. I think it's Rodri to take it. He's probably going to pass it to. No, he isn't. So going to launch it deep. And that's headed out. Oh, good play there. Well done, Skip. We've missed that in midfield, but the ball wasn't the best. And so Arsenal regain possession. And there we go. Good track back there by Sanchez. Okay, Basuma, Dyer, and here's Romero. Here's Kane. Here's Doherty. Okay, good skill there. Doherty gets past one there. Inside there to Romero's come forward. Kane's out here on the right wing, so there's no one in the box really. Ball's cleared, and so we've got 5 minutes now to try and get 2 goals back. Well, 4.5 minutes really to try and get 2 goals back. And giving away that Doherty. Straight to Xhaka, which is always a very clever thing to do. Okay, well, good play there by even I knew that came off him. Unlucky Dyer. It was a good challenge, but they come off you last. Some good news. If you like to have some good news, the under-18s played in their league, and they beat Aston Villa away in Aston Villa. I think they played the Walsall ground. 4-2. So that is something to cheer at the very least, isn't it? So there we go. Still got 3 minutes to go, and yeah, it's I say it is what it is. It's not the ideal scoreline. Deep throw, and that's out for another throw. 2 minutes to go. Just making our way up the up the pitch, and Tommy Yasu's coming on. Ben White's coming off, and like he didn't want to come off. I don't know, but it is what it is. Like I say. So exactly what can I say about this? What can I say about this? It's we've got 90 seconds left of the game, and it's currently, as you see, the scoreline is at the moment. It doesn't make for pretty reading. We at the moment, and a lot of the Spurs fans have left from what I see in that corner. So yeah, it hasn't been the. That's the thing. The game plan went from what I sort of the game plan to be. It went well. It's just got caught because of a poor defensive mistake, and then not defensive mistake, poor goalkeeping mistake. And as soon as I say that, he redeems himself with a save from Kieran Tierney from long range. But I say redeems himself. None can really redeem yourself from a really poor goalkeeping that led to their second goal from Gabriel Jesus. But least he put this one out for a corner. Saka to take the corner as a short one. Back there to White. Headed on is okay. Well played. Skip. That's another issue there with Skip there. He doesn't look behind him. Nutmegged as well there by Saliba. So 3 minutes left to go. I think it's like I'm not getting back into this one. That's good play by Sessegnon, but unfortunately it comes back to Arsenal. Sanchez will see this one out, and it's a goal kick. I want to focus on the Spurs fans leaving early, but it is when not many stay. Lloris again, man. Well, for playing everyone into trouble, and Doherty has a lot to do, and it's a good. No, it wasn't. That was poor. Okay, and then cleared there by Skip in the end, but well, the architects of their own downfall at the moment. But then again, when you're 3-1 down, what can you do? So 90 seconds left to go, and it is Spurs end is completely empty. Well done, Sanchez for the header. Sessegnon, good strength for him there. That's a good play. And it's carrying on down the. I guess Xhaka was given man of the match because they focused on him so damn long. Yeah, nothing man of the match. Apparently, it's an Arsenal free kick. I'm not quite sure why. I didn't quite see what happened. But a minute to go. Well, 45 seconds to go. And I mean, on the video for the women's game, when I went there for the women's game, we lost 4-0. I said it was a humbling experience. I'm going to give a free kick for that one. Apparently, a foul in Lokonga and there's a yellow card to Eric Dyer. Whatever, ref. Well, I did say that that game actually it was a foul, yeah, but there would have been a most of it fell down when he didn't need to. I did say at the end of the game at the Emirates last week when the women played, that was a humbling experience for me. This one, not so. I mean, it went exactly as I thought it would do. Arsenal will have all the ball, and we will just sit back and soak up, and then try and quiet down the crowd if we can, and get the crowd feeling the frustration. They scored first, which was an opportunistic strike, which is a free kick chance, and over there by Martinelli. And it was they scored first, which was an opportunistic effort by Partey. Can't deny it was a good strike. We equalised through Kane with a penalty. They then score a second through a poor bit of goalkeeping by Lloris. Sorry, just a little bit annoyed there. And then we had a player sent off. They're saying we are top of the league at the moment, and the full-time whistle's gone now. It's full-time. And you have to say that, I mean, after the red card, which I still say is kind of harsh, but I can understand why it was given. Then they scored quickly after that, and then there wasn't much you can do at the end. It is not much you can do at the end of that. It is what it was. But my only takeaway from that one is, if Lloris did not make that stupid error, which then made it 2-1 to Arsenal, we would not be in the position that we are. It was a simple catch. Yet he let it squirm under his body. People will say that, Lloris still has, has lots of credit in his bank because of everything that he's done. But every season at critical moments, Lloris makes a really, really bad mistake, and that mistake has cost us because we went 2-1 down. Obviously, then what happened next wasn't in his control, where Emerson was sent off, but it was in his control to catch that catch the ball. I'm not really interested in seeing the table now, but yeah, Arsenal now go 4 points clear of us in the race for the title. It's still early, but we've now lost ground. We have to try and make that up somehow. In the next game, we have to try and get all 3 points. That's what we have to do. But we have to try and plug these errors, which are causing the goals that go against us. And when you have issues like that, I will keep banging on about it. We have issues where Lloris lets a ball squirm under his goddamn body, a player of his experience, a World Cup winner, one may say, and he does that. And that costs us, and we go 2-1 down quickly in the second half of the game like that. There's nothing we can do to, we have to try and get ourselves back. And we did that in the first half, and we thought we would actually try and take it on in the second half. But when you make a mistake like that, it is poor. And then the issue with Emerson, I'll still maintain that it was just a yellow, but I can understand why I was given as a red. And it was we shouldn't have been in that issue. We shouldn't have been in that position. I don't know why he stuck his foot out, but I can see it was instinctive. I'm not going to bat him up for that. It was an instinctive thing. But the referee gave a straight red for that. He gave a straight red for that one. And you have to say that it was, we still had the chance until the red card. That's as I was saying, we had the chance until the red card. And we were well in the game, and that was not the issue. I mean, the game plan was going as I thought it would go, but then the red card kind of spoiled them. But then it was when they scored minutes after that red card. That's when it was a tall order. So it is what it is. Paul, I'm not quite sure what his formation was. If you let me know what that formation was, then I'll think about it. But it was going to be 3-5-2. I understand a lot of people were saying you should have played the 3-5-2, but as I was saying, that the game plan was working up until then. It was literally just let them have the ball as much as they can and hit them. And we weren't really overrunning the midfield. They were just we let them come onto us. That's what the plan was. So there was no real overrunning the midfield. They did not really have that much space to try and work they work the ball through us. That's literally how it kind of panned out. And then when they scored that goal, it was literally very opportunistic. I was not expecting that ball to go in. I was expecting it to go high and wide, like most of their long range shots were going, and that caught me on the hop. I wasn't going to go in. When we equalised, because we were creating chances there, we had the best chance of the ball before Arsenal scored, and then we had another opportunity, and then we had the penalty chance, and then Kane scored that, and then the second half starts, and then we make a stupid error. Lloris makes a stupid error. Should have caught the ball. Should have caught it. And then they score from that. Lloris, Gabriel Jesus makes it 2-1. We're still playing within ourselves, so had plenty of opportunities. And then the red card happens. Again, I maintain it as a yellow, but I can understand why I was given it as red because he did kind of break down his ankle in a way. It was just more opportunistic flick out. It was just instinct. That's literally what it was. So I'm not going to bad him up for that. And then within minutes, they scored a third, and that's what killed the game. And then the substitutions were kind of strange in itself. I mean, we take off the attacking players, we take off Richarlison, we take off Son, and put on a few more defensive players. I mean, they didn't create too many opportunities after that, but then again, we didn't create many opportunities after that ourselves. So, in the end, it's finished 3-1. It's finished that way. We lose the game. We lose our first game of the season in the Premier League. We now have 4 points behind Arsenal in the chase for the title, in the race for the Premier League title. Manchester City now, I'm hoping beyond hope that Manchester City lose to Manchester United, that Manchester United win that one, and then between us we just try and chase down Arsenal ourselves at the same time. But that was I won't even say it wasn't a poor performance because the game plan went exactly as it should have done. That red card destroyed everything. Or some expectation we played 3-5-2. That was kind of the expectation, I guess. But as I said at the time, I can see why it was always going to be a 3-4-3. And I can see what he was trying to do and where those attacking players were going to come up. See what the next comment was. Thing with a red card was one of those. Even as yellow VR wouldn't have challenged exactly that. No, exactly that. I mean, in my eyes, it was a yellow card, and if it was given as a yellow, there wouldn't have been a comeback on it. VR would not have upgraded it to a red. But I'll still maintain to this day that it was a yellow. But at the same time, I can understand why it was given as red. So it is what it is. It's finished 3-1. We lose our unbeaten run. We now got 4 points behind the leaders. We have to try and make it up in the next few games. I'm not quite sure to say. I mean, I'm just kind of shell-shocked after that one, but it is what it is. Thank you all for watching. There's a good turnout today. Let me know what you think in the comments about the game. Let me know how you thought the game went. I'm going to go and got the rest of the weekend now to do what we've got to do until I go back into work and face the music. I'm sure some of you work with lots of Arsenal fans. Me, on the other hand, has got a couple to deal with, but it is what it is. They can have the moment. It's fine. It's good. This is what it is. We move. We go on to the next game. But we will be doing a live stream for the Champions League match on Tuesday. So an advert will go up on that one in the next few hours. So join us for that one. That should be a good game. We're trying to get our Champions League back on track. We're playing in the Deutsche Bank Arena out in Frankfurt. So I look forward to that one. Unfortunately, I won't be able to get to go to that one as well because I'll just concentrate on the Sporting and in the Marseille game. And so we'll be doing the live stream for that one. Hopefully, you can join us that one. We're going live on our Facebook group, Facebook discussion group as today. We'll also be going live on our Twitter feed, and also be going live on our YouTube channel. So tune in to either one of those channels to watch the game. Thank you for watching today. I've been Crisandro. It wasn't the result we were hoping for, but it is what it is. It is what it is. We never have a good record at the Emirates Stadium, and it's just continued again today. It's again just one win in 12 matches still. So we go again, we move. Thank you for watching. You all take care. Come on, you Spurs, for what it's worth. And I'll see you again soon.